Still staggering from the massacre at the barracks in Beirut, Americans awake just 2 days later to find Marines again at war. This time in our own backyard, on the once peaceful Caribbean island of Grenada. Instead of playing a peacekeeping role, the U.S. military is here to rid the tiny country of Soviet and Cuban-backed Marxist government that the U.S. claims is terrorizing the island. The communist presence began in 1979, when Maurice Bishop staged a coup and took over as Prime Minister of Grenada.
Are enjoying many more democratic rights and freedoms and are much more involved and participating in the building of our revolutionary process.
But instead of democracy, Bishop and his new Jewel Party created a Soviet puppet state in the strategically sensitive Caribbean basin.
Bottom line is that the Soviet Union wanted to turn Grenada into another satellite, just like Cuba, just like Eastern Europe, with exactly the same methods. They wanted to indoctrinate the public, they wanted to bring them under control, they wanted to collectivize the whole economy, and they wanted to subject everybody to a totalitarian control.
The new Jewel Party was bitterly divided, and politics turned deadly when Maurice Bishop and 6 ruling cabinet members were brutally murdered by more radical party leaders. The Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, or OECS, a coalition of 9 island nations, meet to denounce the new Grenadian government. At the same time the White House is hearing of the tragedy in Beirut, Reagan receives an urgent request from the OECS to help restore order and democracy.
Early this morning, forces from 6 Caribbean democracies and the United States began a landing or landings on the island of Grenada in the Eastern Caribbean. We have taken this decisive action for 3 reasons. First, and of overriding importance, to protect innocent lives, including up to 1,000 Americans whose personal safety is, of course, my paramount concern. Second, to forestall further chaos. And third, to assist in the restoration of conditions of law and order and of government institutions to the island of Grenada.
Hang on a minute.
In just 1 week, the mission's accomplished. The new Jewel leaders are captured, along with 700 Cubans, and the hostilities come to an end. 18 American soldiers, 24 Cubans, and 45 Grenadians lose their lives in the hostilities. In the month-long mopping-up mission, U.S. forces uncovered documents showing the direct involvement of the Soviets to be heavier than suspected, and a surprisingly large arms supply.
AK-47s with shipping markings from both Cuba and Soviet Union. There are obviously more weapons here than what can be used by a small local defense force on this island. Obviously a distribution point.